Abusiafo ene the news we dia no hye papa ehnya asake to ache se ye betie the full content nseme wom ache se eye kwakwanan ache se na ohye eke Japan ase no ana ache so aba abonten bibi nseme bre ni so ache hi daily update subscribe my se na be ye ba ososo onsabe ko so aka niema ekoso Ghana fenenya na so ede wo hu de be hi na benya this exclusive ache se ye ko chinchin ni eba ya be mo hu de ko bi so be de fe ni chim ne nka de won chem video bi abetodwa America na che se omo private meetings bi e course na che se investigation journalist we akofa ba che se ye bobo a wo che se questions no bisa America o say so mo training crofo bi efrem ho aba Ghana abe stage ku etia ya na so mo ye eniema bi a modi betu president akofado efri akonya so ana a chese se video nyina be bom ahwe ye hwa ye betin sem a chese other countries African countries a omai ku no mbobobodin Niger Mali a Ghana so din ye den eka ho bi a chese ya senketo na eno na akofa nsem nyina ba aye huhu pa enya senketo this video ya dey say kwa chi pa na eboa our national security so mada na o sorry no so hiding asore gina o na so inti no questions am bisa nyina no ekokwa na na ebebise bise ni nyina bobo ho acheche nemu makoye pa because on ekofa video ye den ba ya enya asenketo yen sobre yen koni nkuti ni hwede koso
datibio encho samunu kumie ebe mimie ebe kato man so once and for all. And there'll be a total eclipse, or if you like, darkness. You find yourself in the Alice of Wonderland. Ghana for next. And agree, they did kind of me bone for Nibiatro. Tie video no mun semi. Me see then tie video no mun semi. Na fi mi bisa. The government, the United States government, America for buying, me can woman krabata ewo memu has said, is the US government training any group of persons or person to stage any military coup in Ghana and Łaecṛet? America buying one more training obi se omeye coup ewo Ghana ha. And the Kesi American government in all training ni pebi so muyeku Mali, Niger, and some other parts of the African countries are now and the Kesi now. Well, I don't know. I'm just asking these questions, folks. But I want you to take your time, watch this video carefully, listen to what is in the video, and make a sense of it all, folks. Anytime I come after your national security chiefs, and the hopes he has worked with them before, or bekan sendi. No one will say, well, national security chiefs, you know, one ye Juma Bain, Bambo Ben or Medebo Mino, and Bobain or my ye, and now ye can say, if you pay up to a ne, I can't may say, Ghana, I am naked, complete naked. The president of this republic is naked. Anything can happen. When you talk about foreign aggression, it's a no-go area. Yes. I'm speaking to Ghanaians tonight. Wherever you are listening, you are hearing, watching. We are not in normal times. Take a listen to this video and listen carefully.
We certainly provide soldiers for that. Yeah.
You know what is going on in Niger right now? I know there's some challenges over there in Niger right now. I don't think that we are actually in charge of that mission that's on the ground.
Well, yeah, we just heard the secretary say you've got soldiers there, so we're gonna dive into that to some extent. Do you know what the status is of diplomatic overflights to our installations in Niger?
Yeah, I'm vaguely tracking that that's a challenge over there.
Well, yeah, it's not a challenge, it's binary. Are we allowed right now to do diplomatic overflights in Niger? Yes or no?
I don't know exactly. I'm not tracking that close.
I don't know if we're allowed to do those diplomatic overflights.
I don't, but I'm sure the Africom commander does.
Yeah, but you guys just said it's in the budget you're asking for to do these training equipment missions. One of them is in Niger. In Niger right now, the government has stopped us from doing diplomatic overflight missions. So we have Army soldiers right now in Niger who aren't getting their troop rotations, who aren't getting their medicine, who aren't getting their supplies, who aren't getting their mail, and then the two senior people in the United States Army are sitting before me, and it's like, hear no evil, see no evil, speak no evil. Are you going to do anything for the soldiers that are in Niger right now who can't get medicine? Yes or no?
Congressman, certainly we can talk to General Langley and make sure that...
I've talked to General Langley. He comes in here and never has really good answers. I mean, I asked him for information about how many of the coup leaders we had trained, including in Niger and Ghana and Mali and the Ivory Coast. And he didn't even produce his report on time. So pardon me for a lack of confidence in General Langley. What I'm telling the two of you is that you have a responsibility for these soldiers in Niger. And General, you would agree with me with the premise that we should never sacrifice the well-being of our service members to avoid political embarrassment, right?
Congressman, I'll tell you, I'm not tracking that somebody in Niger is not getting their medicine or their mail, but I will follow up.
You don't even know the status of diplomatic overflights. How about the great power competition? You would agree on training and equipment missions. We would never want Russian soldiers at the U.S. installation where we're doing training and equip, right? That's not even a tough question. You would agree?
Yes.
And so if there were Russian soldiers behind the wire at Airbase 101 in Niger, where we have soldiers doing training and equipment mission, that would concern you, wouldn't it? Right. Well, I'm here to tell you we've received reports that they run out of medicine in May, that they cannot get their troop rotations. And you know why you don't know that? Because it's a cover-up. Because the U.S. Embassy in Niger is covering it up because of Secretary Blinken's embarrassment. Because Blinken went there in March of 2023 and said this was the centerpiece of our Africa strategy. This was the model of resilience. And then, lo and behold, the very coup leader we trained takes over the country. And then we struggle with whether or not to call it a coup. We've now called it a coup. Since we've called it a coup, now they won't let us get folks in and out. And so I'm looking at what could erupt as another Benghazi, where there is no mission to do. There is no train and equip right now with the coup leaders. So we got a bunch of people sitting around without their supplies, without their medicine, and the whole reason intelligence isn't getting to us is because the embassy is blocking it because Blinken is humiliated that this failed. And I've used my 5 minutes on everything in the Army right now because I have constituents who are there in Niger and they're wondering how to get water. Did you know they can't even get clean water? Did you know that the partner nations that we have at that base with our soldiers, the partner nations, the Italians and the Germans, they've stopped cooperating with us. They won't even help us get provisions to our troops because of the status of forces agreement that we have with the government being deemed invalid. I'm just a country lawyer from North Florida, but this strikes me as something the two of you should know about.
We certainly provide soldiers for that, yes.
General, do you know what is going on in Niger right now?
I know there's some challenges over there in Niger right now. I don't think that we are actually in charge of that mission that's on the ground.
Well, yeah, we just heard the Secretary say you've got soldiers there, so we're gonna dive into that to some extent. Do you know what the status is of diplomatic overflights to our installations in Niger?
Yeah, I'm vaguely tracking that that's a challenge.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's not a challenge, it's binary. Are we allowed right now to do diplomatic overflights in Niger? Yes or no?
I don't know exactly. I don't track that close. I don't think
we're allowed to do those diplomatic overflights.
I'm sure so all of you will be our son a work from Biano. See, yeah, generals, Ḻeâk US congressman. Now, guess what? Are they training people to take over the government of Ghana? Is there an impending military coup? Coup is Mali, Niger, that's no. Why name ne shishe Kwekunyame na American. Did you hear that? To the Montratra Jubilee House Blue Gate and all installations in Montratra Honamunye di anapa ewi. Na media mekani say ya na about 3 weeks ago, if I recall, I said it here. Me say ebiana election 2024 abatono no ebiana yanto. Yebeto so a minim who and omode ne besi akunwa so. Me pese me kan bebre na kwese kwekuno no kansem Tonight, Ghana Speaks would be short. However, we shall pose some questions to the following persons. You be pursue questions with their mama. Although we know they won't come out to answer the questions, but still, we shall table the questions. 1. We demand to know from the 7-member ad hoc committee chaired by Honorable Samuel Atachiam, a member of parliament for Achimebwakwa South constituency. Where is the report of the committee? Atachiam was that ad hoc committee nano. The 7-member committee munamuko investigate the Inspector General of Police and some way piano ye be so attached as a report na ewe he. Number 2, did the reports actually made some adverse findings against the Inspector General of Police? Ye bisa report na eka bibi so a ensem fata ewa IGP no ho a ese Ghana fu hu ana na be de ba asem. Number 3, when is the committee going to release that report? That being we release the report. 4, why has it taken the committee such a long time before today? Mosha says say how many days, weeks, month? Until the entire report in my 5, is the committee trying hard to cover up some adverse findings against the IGP? And now so baby Edre and Simbi Womwa Ebugu at IGP Neswa. More try some ubes and no be free one. Sana 70. But Macan several times say, or else someone attach ye, do not try this. Because answer a mobile trauma report no. It will be kind of before he was. You could be na me try my report naba. Ah, white paper back and I don't know. Me try. Ghanaians will know the extrajudicial killings, the pseudo organizations IGP near at Ghana police when we have to know all of it. We need to know. Ghanaians must know. And in a segment we hear from Ghana Speaks Ghana for a so muhu. Now some questions for or to the Inspector General of Police.
Tebusian for winning sema yenya bema kokwana babo ntia just all breaking it down me because enyama ebo ban questions I hold on already obisa yes or conclude or say America for are you trying to stage coup against Ghana na more training crofobia amama bra Ghana omke kam enyama bomana because video show I think say wanga sa what ya say once ya so enya bema e breaking it down me hu de ekobia after that you know yen say attaching etna a Kesi or ad hoc meeting or parliament edifa IGP na nkofo person me den nkofo person mutu na de so achese ni nyina be topic of in the country bia den any DH now so as speaking a whole result in my the question is ekosi sing mugika ni menyina bom eyampa wana na opeso ewe wana peso yese more fine result in the embra and also say idea win after that you know or the any be chemo a police system or say in yama air course for the police system no and yes and to our just officer it is a yama be and also against our national security system I just say a distance and 7 year 18 yes some brain ninko to us in sema hodwaka
himself Dr. George Ekufu Dampare himself. We want him to help us clarify the circumstances surrounding the above. The above what? 1. What is this volcanic lava? What is this volcanic lava streaming in the police administration? IGP. Again, volcanic lava being and I am Syria and non police administration. I didn't cost for Ghana police more a brand for Debe Migu National Security Force. Na asem Kesia Ebu Bowo Ghana Police Administration mono. Hey, a hoso asamonko. Ghana Police Service, IGP. What is this gross discrepancies, i.e., promotions for police administration apparently going down the abyss, and the serious and the dangerous impact it's going to have on the service. At the end of the promotions, basa. Ekoso, our Ghana police service. The Oba police there be for some reasons. IGP promoters and pay above 10 senior officers. What is going on? Will be by police within 2 years. Na any pebia will police service for more than 10 years, 15 years. Na IGP a promoter say any pay above some penvoy. Now what gain officer we? What are you calling for? Are you calling for the morals of the service to go down? Now me about IGP, don't you know sir, the promotion now yadema servicemen and motivation. Look, military, police, fire service, national security, all the security services. Sometimes me to me I say, when market to him nanso ehom piece one more ranks. Me boa one more make say kweku boa. One more ranks. The ranks yadema service people we serve as a motivation to the servicemen. Enunti and yaka says services to God and country, because police officer na sem say ono de say ye na yada no won wo bechi soldier ni no, fire service man no, immigration officer no, custom officer no. This is what they are all for. Other than that, so promotion e de mo a motivational emma a boost morale e de ye adwuma. IGP there na we away. Now, can you imagine, say, a police officer has been promoted 3-4 times within a year? Ni ba son obese promotion ni ni party to her on form of promotion mom. What is this selective kind of promotional service in the Ghana police administration? Now, all right, interior minister, look, wake up. Interior minister, Messi, wake up. IGP na dia warrior no. Meaning say all of you are picking intelligence. Look, in the coming days, now the national security police muina ejada mfie ejada ho papa. Na mentia here, and I know say asema mi kan police council mpanimfo are aware and they are not happy yet. They cannot tell the IGP say IGP adia we and send them fata. Can you imagine a young police officer will be promoted above the seniors to the extent say send pay IGP to me promoting about 3 times. Now one more will promotional you know deal no IGP say me fa mom and then IGP wo pa kire. What have these officers done to you? Why? Na mamensha na mibisao. How, in the regulatory order of the police service, a police operative can be promoted 3 times ahead of his senior colleagues before the year will end, as well be promoted during the year, whilst others have not yet received 1 promotion ever since? Why? Inspector General of Police, DNTR, what is going on in the police service? A trend report number. But I can only end with a question. So, ombeyi question nano. Sir, discrepancies way of these promotions are ekoswa. Why are selective in the promotions? Some top police officers were marked for retirement as our promotion on Manzanka. Yet, woman, they are menfe edukufie.
For winning sema hodo achese ya kani nyina bom abremo mama hudi ekoso award the national security aspect achese yuma sumye pa dia kenyina ye mpaibo anyesa dia uti nsema ye ni abema kukwana abekeka ene niam odi abetudwana opeso achese Ghana baby ejina na enye baby pa a little mistake between the niam be bread aba ama eduyi na ayede aba achese freedom kakra ni peace kakra ye de enjoy no aha na ni nyina so ayede experience, because if ebeso so no obehwe ahokyira ba man to obi koye niema kitwa bia na Ghana fo nyina de aso oye nimu nanso so no behwe no na the interest of other country bia no obi fofo na de na Ṣaĉk nanso overall no sense nyina ho kyire nti no ebehunu say adepa nanso so no one side no na ya de against nti ehwe video ehwe ya video ni modo pa ya to say eni abema ya breaking niema down ame say niema bi say na ebia ebetima ba nti no the questions and the ebisom because one concluded questions no the odi bisom say sa na moja na adenti na mo pesa mo yes sa na moya because we see countries all African country a just say omom ashasi stage cool Niger Mali I sa nkrofo no ashasi that just say Ghana so din be ka meet na mo ye wo na I just enye ehwe tie ai hu de omo kan nyina no I just say sema sense mepa after that no our national security news so in sema koso no so no break it down amayame or the questions and the epon or pay answers because our national security is so in semi we bread and koso na se bibia betimesia ni free sound crofo no inti enema nketenkete errors nketenkete awo no ye nyina ehwe nim kwan so mbe don be fix any ad hoc meeting amko no parliament no IGP and nkofo peso mutu na de so no ye nyina hia result obi hia result te be ya IGP parliament for no mfamba no mehu de ko bia ko comment section na drop comments e be ho akan uni so be ho aye de akan subscribe na share ma uni so mehwe na so hu de ko bia like na share adaroma hani episode musi Akroma